Today we look at interdictors in Star Citizen, used to intercept and disrupt players from making a quick escape using superior firepower, speed, electromagnetic pulse blasts, quantum dampeners, or a combination of them all. Interdictors are generally used by bounty hunters, which is why some ships come equipped with prisoner pods, as well as pirates to keep foes from jumping away. Starting with the cheapest interdictor, the Aegis Avenger Stalker. It can be picked up for just $60 online or 1.5 million AUEC from New Deal at Lorville, Hurston. But is it worth it though? The Avenger Stalker was designed to be the premier police bounty hunter of the UEE, which is why it has 6 prisoner pods. It comes with 1 size 4 and 2 size 3 weapons, as well as 4 size 2 missiles. It was supposed to have bigger engines and better armor than the other Avenger variants, but as of patch 4.7, apart from having a better stock power plant, the thrusters are identical to that of the Titan. Oh, and the Avenger Titan also has 3,300 armor hit points, compared to the Stalker's mere 1,540, which is less than half. Not sure whether that's intended, but yeah, it is what it is. The speed, pitch, yaw, roll, and all that is also identical to that of the Titan, so there really isn't a reason to pick the Avenger Stalker over a Titan, unless you want a prisoner pod, which has absolutely no use in game just yet. Next up, the Origin 325A Combat Interdictor, a sleek, incredibly fast, stylish ship that punches pretty hard. You can pick up the 325A for $70 online or 1.8 million AUC from Astro Armada at Area 18 R-Corp. Now, I've always loved the 300 series from Origin Jumpworks, but is the 325A any good? Well, like the Avenger Stalker, it has 1 size 4 and 2 size 3 weapons, which is pretty decent. It also has 4 size 2 missiles like the Stalker, but the 325A also has an extra 4 size 3 missiles. It's quite a bit faster, has 9,300 hit points, which is slightly less, but does have 2,400 armor, which is 940 hit points higher. Overall, the Avengers are slightly more maneuverable, but the 325A has more straight line speed and missiles. So if that sounds good to you, then it's totally worth picking up over the Stalker. It might not have the prisoner pods, but it does have a cargo bay at the bottom, allowing you to carry 4 SU if needed. So if you can fit a body or 2 in there, great. Then we have the Aegis Avenger Warlock, which can be purchased for $85 online or 2.1 million AUEC from New Deal at Lorville, Hurston. Or if you'd like to try before you buy, you can rent it at New Babbage Microtech for $84,000 per day. So, is the Avenger Warlock worth picking over the Stalker and 325A? I think so, yes. You see, it has the same size 4 and dual size 3 weapons, and even though the 325A has slightly more speed and missiles, the Warlock comes with a REP-8 EMP generator, allowing you to do 2,750 damage against shields and possibly shut down your opponent's systems completely. Sure, it might not have the cargo space of, say, the Titan, but the Warlock does have the same armor and hit points. It's definitely a much better choice than the Stalker and 325A, as it also comes with a bed to log out of, just like those two. But it's stronger and has that awesome EMP. Plus, Warlock just sounds badass, doesn't it? Next up, more of an honorable mention, the Anvil Hawk is classified as a light fighter, which you can pick up for $100 online or 2.6 million AUEC from Astro Armada at Area 18. But even though it's not technically an interdictor, it does have an EMP generator as well as a prisoner pod at the back. So I thought I'd give it a quick shout out while I'm at it, since it's a very fun ship to fly if you're not doing anything too serious. Speaking of fun ships to fly, we have the Drake Buccaneer, the ultimate boom and zoom fighter slash interdictor. It can be purchased for $110 from the online store or in-game for 1.6 million AUC from Lawful, Ruin, Obituary or Checkmate. If Rambo had a spaceship, I reckon this would be it. Not only does it also have a size 4 and 2 size 3s like the Stalker, Warlock and 325A, but 2 extra size 1 guns and 4 size 2 missiles. The Buccaneer has 9,840 hit points, so it is pretty squishy, which is its only downside. But having 2,700 armor, its hull is stronger than that of the Stalker and 325A, though slightly weaker than the Warlock. It's also not as fast as those three, but it sure as hell isn't slow by any means. So be sure to hit the brakes in time because this thing is a wrecking ball with guns and I love it. The best part is, if you don't already know, the Buccaneer comes with a stock JS300, which is an A-grade military power pod, as well as 2 military B-grade polar coolers. So for those alone, as well as the Daka, it's well worth the price. Next we have the RSI Mantis, which can be purchased for $150 online or 3.2 million AUC from New Deal at Lawful, Hurston. Now, the Mantis doesn't have nearly as much firepower as the cheaper Avenger Stalker, Warlock, Origin 325A, Drake Buccaneer or Anvil Hawk, but something it does have that those ships don't is a rainy QED Quantum Snare slash Dampener. Not only does it have a very cool animation, but has 2 modes. The Mantis is currently the only ship that can pull players out of quantum travel with its snare, which is why pirates always have one as a wingman. You see, you can sit between jump points and activate the QED snare, which has a 90-second cooldown. If a player's jump crosses within 20 kilometers of you, they'll be pulled out of quantum travel. Pretty cool. The other function of the Mantis is dampening, which keeps your target from quantum jumping away. Now, if you've ever done PvP bounty hunting, you surely know how annoying it can be having to chase a target across the verse. Well, no more. With the Mantis and QED active, as long as you stay within 12 kilometers of them, which is also currently the biggest range of any quantum dampener in game, they're not going anywhere. The Mantis has 32,500 hit points and 7,200 armor, so it is tough, but having only 2 size 3 weapons is a bit of a downer. Then we have the ultimate police ship, Star Citizen, which comes with a Burke QED Quantum Dampener, the Drake Cutlass Blue. If you're a fan of the Cutty Black, you'd be pleased to know that its stats are identical, though all the space at the back is taken up by 12 prisoner pods. The Cutlass Blue can be purchased for $175 online or 3.5 million LFUC from New Deal at Lawful, Hurston. It has 35,770 total hit points and 6,075 hull armor, though your Burke QD requires you to stay within a 4-kilometer range if you don't want your enemy to quantum jump to safety. Now for some more honorable mentions. First, the RSI Zeus MR Interdictor, which is still in concept and can be purchased for $190 during special sales. It looks awesome and will have a QD, though the range is unconfirmed. Second, the RSI Scorpius Antares, which is listed as a heavy fighter, can be purchased for $230 online or 4.9 million AUC from New Deal on Lawful, Hurston. It does have a quantum dampener with 5-kilometer range, though you do require a co-pilot to make use of that function. For more info on the Antares, check out our video on the heavy fighters of Star Citizen. Third, the Guardian QI, also listed as a heavy fighter, even though Key is undoubtedly short for Quantum Interdictor, if I'm not mistaken, is not currently purchasable in-game but can be earned through Wicklow. It's an awesome ship that can be picked up during sales events for $260 and has a quantum dampener with 4.5 kilometer range. And finally, we have our last official interdictor and my personal favorite, the Aegis Vanguard Sentinel. Now, the Sentinel doesn't have a QED or QD, but it does have a REP VS EMP generator which does 3,300 damage within a 900 meter radius, which can also shut down enemy ships completely, of course. It can be purchased for $275 online or $10.3 million from New Deal at Lowville, Hurston. It's tough as nails with its 12,375 hull armor and 48,140 total hit points, as most light weapons will just bounce off you without doing any damage whatsoever in patch 4.7. You have a massive size 5 and 4 size 2 weapons on the nose, making you super accurate with your shots, as well as 4 size 3 and 8 size 2 missiles for those pesky targets. But now that you know all about interdictors, quantum dampening, EMPs and snares, there's so much more to this epic game which is Star Citizen. So be sure to check out this video next and I'll see you there.